Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and we are here for the Loveland Tigers home opener. It's a beautiful night for baseball here in Loveland, Ohio at the Dave. Plate meeting happening right now, and we will have introductions here in just a moment. I'd like to apologize. I don't have a roster for Anderson, so I'm going to do my best for tonight. But I do have the roster for Loveland, which we can look at right now. Currently, we're debating where we're going to start these introductions. As you can see on your screen, Anderson is in right field. And now they'll make their way towards the first base line so we can get things undergoing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Board of Education and Administration, we would like to welcome you to Dave Evans Field for today's matchup between the Anderson Raptors and your Loveland Tigers. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. And now for today's starting lineups. First, we'd like to welcome the Anderson Raptors en masse. We do not yet have their lineup in the booth, but you're all welcome and we're glad you're here. And for the starting lineup for your Loveland Tigers. Leading off, number 11, Blake Hatfield. Batting second, number 6, Brady Stidham. Batting third, number 14, Drew Orther. Batting fourth, number 2, Blake Peligan. Batting fifth, number 13, Gavin Joyner. Batting sixth, number 5, Rylan Litchfield. Batting seventh, number 8, Luke Zicka. Batting eighth, number 3, Owen Lou. And batting ninth, number 10, Luke Baradachari. On the mound tonight, number 17, Brody Miller. We live in a country with freedom like no other. We ask you now to please rise, remove your caps, and join us in the playing of the national anthem.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to go here at the top of the first. Brody Miller on the mound, and we will have first pitch here shortly. Today's broadcast would not be possible without contributions from Ryan Terry, the Loveland High School Baseball Organization, the Earther family, the Stidham family, and everybody watching at home. You guys are the reason that we actually do this. Joined today in the booth by, of course, Joey, the noted scoreboard operator. However, the new public address announcer is Mr. Joyner, and scoreboard assistant now we have Mr. Schottmiller. So we are loaded as all ever up here in the booth. To lead things off for the Raptors is their number 7, Hudson Best.
Leading off for the Raptors, number 7.
Don't have any stats on Best, but according to his last name, he's pretty stinking good. We'll get started here in just a second. Miller is ready from the stretch. He comes set. And the first pitch, a little bit low for ball 1. Just over 70 degrees here in Loveland, Ohio, with mostly clear skies. What I would call a scattered to broken layer at about 4,000 feet. It's called strike for Miller, makes it 1-1 now to Best. This one's hit over second baseman Owen Liu's head. It'll be good for a single. Now, next up here, number 4 for the Raptors, and his name is Nick Rosello.
Now batting, number 4, Nick Rosello.
And he'll inherit a runner on first. Oh, it's number 5. Scoreboard operator Joey has noted that I've got the number wrong. It's actually number 5, Braden Moore, up to bat. The 0-1 now to Moore. Runner goes. Zicka fires. Throw looked to be in time, and they make the play. Best is caught stealing from first to second. Be the first out of the inning for the Tigers. Call on the pitch was a ball. Evens the count at 1. One now to Moore. Curveball in there for a called strike. Makes it now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. A high fastball evens the count at 2. Hit to second baseman Owen Liu, a slow roller, play over to first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. No, that's the second out of the inning. Now batting is number 4, Nick Rosello. That one's fouled back for strike 1. And now the 10th pitch of the inning. There's a ball just enough inside to be off of the plate. 1-1 now to Rosello. That one's left outside. Makes it 2-1. Tigers played Anderson on Tuesday, supposed to be Wednesday, but for weather reasons moved up a day. Had a rough start on offense, but then in the top of the second, decided they wanted to come play and dropped 12 runs. And that is quite the box score. Foul tip out. Roselio goes down swinging, and that's the third out of the inning. We will be back to see the Tigers offering in just a second on the Tigers Broadcast Network.
Right in the sun.
Joey, I wasn't talking about the Twins. Blake Hatfield now up to bat. Hatfield will be the first batter for the Tigers. And this is smacked up the middle. It will be a base hit for Hatfield. And a great way here to start the first. And now this brings up the shortstop, Brady Stidham.
Number 6, Brady Stidham.
Hatfield got the hit before I could explain it. The pitcher for the Raptors is Brennan Throwbridge, number 10. He is a big old lefty. Eyes Hatfield, delivers. Stidham hits over to third. Ball is misplayed. They'll still get the out at first, but Hatfield is advanced to second, and there is one out in the inning.
Now batting, number 14, Drew Arthur.
Drew Arthur steps in from the right side of the plate in my vantage point. He's got a runner on second in Blake Hatfield. Throwbridge delivers, and it catches the outside corner for strike one. We were discussing over the break talking material for me to discuss. Of course, I have to be my own play-by-play and color man. Now, Joey asserted that the Twins were my main material. I think Joey accounted for a lot of what I actually had to say. Arthur goes down on strikes, be the second out of the inning. And it brings up Blake Kerrigan.
Now batting, number 2, Blake Kerrigan.
I distinctly remember one night where Joey showed up with French fries and ranch, and they smelled good, like really, really good. That pitch was just a bit outside and manages to get behind the catcher, number 24. Hatfield will take third. Kerrigan now has one on third base and a 1-0 count. catcher takes a visit to the mound. He returns. And he'll dig back in, ready for the 1-0. Kerrigan hit to the third baseman, makes the play on it, and he will be retired at first. Tigers get one hit in the bottom of the inning, but don't manage to score. We will be back for the top of the first. No, the top of the second, right after this short break. Thank you. Back now for the top of the second. Miller back at it again. First pitch to Anderson's number 25 is a ball outside. Number 25, of course, is Carson Glenn. Glenn fouls that one off, evens the count at 1. Miller very efficient in the first inning, getting away only on 14 pitches. Only 1 hit. Of course, the caught stealing from Zika threw an absolute dart down to second to retire best. His third offering is just a bit low. Makes it now 2-1 to Glenn. This one hit over Owen Liu's head. It'll be a single. And it brings up number 23, Gunnar Reagan. Reagan bunts, Miller grabs it, throws over to first. They'll get the out there. And the runner will move to second. Brings up number 13 for Anderson, Henry B. Henry B. B's got one away, runner on second. Wind is blowing out here at the day. A welcome accompaniment for hitters. First pitch won't find the zone. 1-0 now to B. Aggressive lead on second. He's not being held on. This is popped to the right fielder, Lookfire to Chari. He's under it, will make the catch, and it's the second out of the inning. Brings up number 18, Tyler Rank. If I read the game overcapped correctly, Rank was the only one to achieve a hit for the Raptors on Tuesday night. That could have been a different one of their players. I don't know. I wasn't really reading that hard. First pitch from Miller. just a bit high. Joey asked if we had beaten Anderson already. The answer to that is yes. We had a matchup on Tuesday night, which originally the first inning looked to be in favor of Anderson, but if you know the final box score, that is not the case. Ended up being 16-3 and 5, which is a pretty good beatdown in high school baseball. That one's fouled away by Rank. But the thing about baseball is it's a very humbling game. You can have a game like that and go play those same guys later that week and struggle. So that's why you really have to give everything every time you're out on the diamond. Miller fires on the 2-1. It's fouled away, and it evens the count at 2-2. Miller takes a chance to reset. He'll step off and quickly steps back onto the rubber. 2-2 now. 2-2 turns 3-2, and the count is now full to Tyler Rank. Payoff pitch. Hit over to third baseman Rylan Litchfield, fielded cleanly over to first. Arthur can't make the pick, it gets behind him. And Carson Glenn will run around from second and score, giving Anderson the lead early in the second. Now this brings up Raptors number 8, Tyler Irwin. Irwin's got a runner on second, 2 outs. First offering is a ball outside. As Joey noted, yes, that would be an error. If I was scoring, which I'm not anymore, I would have throwing. Ball from Miller, now 2-0. I scored high school baseball for 4 years, and I got a lot of crap while I did it. Which means one of two things. It means either I wasn't very good at it, or I wasn't very good at it. I didn't think I was egregious, but after every game there would be a couple that folks would want to talk to me about. Specifically, this question of air, no air on fielded balls. And folks would always tell me, well, it got a glove on it, but it's not in the rule book. That didn't say that anywhere in the rule book, and I'm a rules guy. 3-1 fouled away by Irwin. Count's now full. It's the second one like this inning. But if you go read the rule book, an error is simply a play in which you would expect the ordinary player at that level to make that play. So your glove might hit it, but if you were an average speed, your glove might not even have been close to that ball. Foul tip. Reached the ground. So it'll bring Irwin back to the plate, and we'll try the 3-2 again. Sorry, it was a little tangent on calling an error. It's tricky. It's a judgment decision. And they really don't hand them out in pro ball if you watch. 3-2 pitch, grounder over to Lou. He's in front of it. And he throws over to first to make the play. Tigers will retire Irwin. Anderson will score one off of one hit. Time for the Tigers to fight back. We'll be back for the bottom of 2 after a short break on the Tigers Broadcast Network. Back now for the bottom of 2. Leading off for the inning, Gavin Joyner.
Now batting, number 13, Gavin Joyner.
First pitch fouled away by Joyner. Throwbridge fires. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Now to the designated hitter. Joyner down on strikes, and it'll be the first out of the inning. Brings up Rylan Litchfield for the Tigers.
Rylan Litchfield.
Litchfield digs in, looking to get something started here in the bottom of the second, and he'll take a called first strike. Throwbridge fires, that one's inside. Now 1-1. Ball low now, 2-1 to Litchfield. Throwbridge delivers. Got him to go on the outside pitch. Counts even now at 2. Ball left up, makes the count full. On deck for the Tigers, catcher Luke Zicka. And Litchfield goes down on strikes. He's second out of the inning, and it brings up the catcher, Luke Zicka.
Now batting, number 8, Luke Zicka.
Zicka readies, and Throwbridge throws. Zicka hits this one up the middle. Shortstop got a glove on it. His throw was there, but I'm frankly not sure it would have made it in time, as Zicka slides into second to get things going here for the Tigers.
Now batting, number 3, Owen Liu.
Owen Liu now up to bat for the Tigers. Shortstop for Anderson's Braden Moore made a really good play on that ball, but even if the throw had made it, I think Zicka had it beaten out. I would not have issued an error for that. I think that's unfair at the high school level to expect a shortstop to make such a play. But I don't know, that's just the opinion of one guy. Liu takes strike 1. Zicka dances on second. Liu fouls it away, it's 0-2. The 0-2, Zicka goes, it was a hit and run. Liu runs over to first, and they'll make the play. There was some trouble from the second baseman getting the ball out of his glove, but able to make the play just in time. Side retired. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Tigers Broadcast Network. And we're back now for the top of the third inning. Leading things off for the Raptors is their number 24, TJ Beatty.
Now batting, number 24, TJ Beatty.
Tough last name. Frankly, I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right. Knowing myself, it's probably not even close. We're joined by a special guest in the booth. It's the Tigers athletic director, Mr. Jason Bruce. Joey said he's all right. We're very pleased to have him up in the booth with us. He said he's bringing strikeouts with him. He might need to leave. It's 2-0 now to Beatty. This one's popped up towards center field. Kerrigan is under it, tracking, and will make it's the first out of the inning. Brings up number 7 for the Raptors in Hudson Best. We're now back to the top of the order. Now we get to play my favorite game, because I've seen all these numbers before, and we'll see how badly I screw up the names associated with them before I finally work up the courage to look at it. Best digs in. Miller gets ready. He comes set. Fires. Joey raised a good point. He asked where my brother is. My brother is working a shift at the Loveland Mike's Car Wash. He doesn't usually work on Fridays. And in fact, I told him, I need you today to help me. And he said, on Monday? Sure. He said, on Tuesday? Sure. He said, on Wednesday? I'd love to help. Yesterday, he told me, I forgot I have work. And I just about killed him. But no, we had dinner last night with my uncle. And in mid-February, early February, it was still snowing, folks. It's 70 degrees out now. He gave him $76, cold, hard cash, American tender. I took wash books for him. It has been a month and a half. Bradley has spent the cash, and there are no wash books in sight. It's incredible. So he says he gets a paycheck every other week, and that he has to go to work, but I'm not sure what he does there. Best hits this one down the left field line. Stays fair. Hatfield gets to it quick enough, though, to avoid him getting back, and it'll be a single for Hudson Best. Now up to the plate, number 5. He's the shortstop, Braden Moore. He's got a runner on first, no out. Miller throws over to first. There is one out. I had one out on my own score bug, and I ignored it. Oh, my. One away here. Miller comes set. Fires to the batter, Moore. Moore swings down the first base line. Fair ball. I don't know if he got the tag down. And the field umpire agrees with me. They will still get the force at first. Runner at second. That's a tough play all around. Earther made a great throw. It just looked like the tag perhaps was a little bit late at second base. Regardless, runners on second for Roselio. He's got 2 away. Miller fires. Called strike to Roselio. But anyways, Bradley, if you're out there and watching, I don't think you're at work. I think you're lying. And if you aren't, you really owe our uncle some wash books. Ball low in the dirt. Zika blocks it, and it'll keep Best at bay over at second. You know, it's really hard to be your own color guy. You just got to sound crazy. I have 4 adults laughing at me right now because they're hearing a man try and converse with himself. The 1-1 now. And now they're all taking turns explaining how crazy I sound. Joey reaffirmed how much he agrees that I am, in fact, crazy. The actual count's 2-1. I've muffed it up. It says 1-2 on your screen. That's not correct. And the pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Miller shakes one off. Finds one he's happy with. Eyes best. Best goes. Swung on to Brady Stidham. Took a weird hop. Throw over. Earther makes the pick, and it'll be the third out of the inning. Tigers end up retiring the side after 4 at-bats. We will be back for the Tigers offering here in the bottom of the third on the Tigers Broadcast Network. We're back here for the bottom of the third. First up for the Tigers is the right fielder, Luke Vardachari. Oh, I knew that was going to happen today. Luke Vardachari.
Now batting, number 10, Luke Vardachari.
We're going to start things off. Been a slow offensive day so far for the Tigers. Sometimes it's really difficult to get back out there and score a whole bunch if that's what you did last time. And he'll take the first strike from Thobridge. Call on the outside corner. This one's fouled out of play, and it's quickly 0-2 now to Vardachari. Ellie De La Cruz just hit a solo home run in the top of the 6th. The Reds now lead the Rangers 3-2. Different baseball game, but also interesting. Joey just said the Reds are going to find a way to lose. That is a true Cincinnati sports fan sitting with me in the booth. 1-2 now to Vardachari. It's outside, 2-2. Two-two pitch. This one's hit back towards the pitcher. Doesn't play it, and Vardachari's going to be on first.
Now batting, number 11, Blake Hatfield.
Looked like Throwbridge had a bad angle to get to the ball, and then I think he tried to field it with the non-glove hand and didn't work out. Or perhaps maybe tried to get the transfer before he had full control. Regardless, it's going to give the Tigers a base runner on first. We're back to the top of the order for Mr. Blake Hatfield as he digs in and readies for the first delivery. They're going to throw over to Vardachari, and he will make it back to first with no problems. Throws back over once again. The ball gets behind the first baseman, number 23. Vardachari's going to be in standing at second. He'll stay there, but regardless gives the Tigers a runner in scoring position with no outs. Yes. Hatfield yet to see a pitch. And Throwbridge will step off, take a moment to collect himself. And now he's back ready to go. Pitch, Hatfield shows bunt, gets it off. Second baseman comes around to cover first. The throw is in the way of Hatfield, and now we're going to have, well, I'm assuming, RLI. So we're going to have a conversation very quickly about runner's lane interference. There were additions and changes to the Major League rulebook regarding RLI, and they actually changed the MLB rulebook to be less enforcive on RLI. There are two criteria for RLI to be enforced. The first criteria is the throw must have been able to reasonably retire the runner at first, and the runner must have been not in the runner's lane. The runner's lane, which you cannot actually see on camera, unfortunately, this is not going to be a photo review in live time. You must be inside the infield grass. Those are the two conditions for RLI to actually be implemented. And in this case, it was. Two and 0 now. RLI was a point of emphasis within the last 2 years, so it is something that has been ingrained into officials' minds, and unfortunately that can create adverse scenarios. We've seen it happen in the majors as well. You'll have a point of emphasis at the beginning of the year that ends up being a little bit more than the MLB was willing to chew on. I think it's a tough rule. I think it's a tough thing to rule on, but I won't go any further than that. Stidham works his way to a walk, and we've now got runners on first and second with one out.
Now batting, number 14, Drew Orther.
Runners first and second for Arthur. He takes ball one. A quick note, in addition, on the RLI. Intent is not necessary for that to be enforced. That's not a viable argument against it. You don't have to actually try and interfere with the play in any way. It can just be where you physically are. So there doesn't need to be intent for that to be enforced, which makes it all the more difficult to adjudicate. 1-1 now to Drew Arthur. He's got 2 on. Pitch from Throwbridge is up and in, now 2-1. Two-one pitch, fouled away. 2-2 now to Drew Arthur. I don't know if I actually said it. RLI stands for Runner's Lane Interference, and it's talking about the runner's lane. So last I'll speak about that. The 2-2 to Arthur. This one's raked just to the right of the second baseman. Right fielder misplays the ball. They send Vardachari around. He'll be into home standing. It's an RBI signal from Drew Arthur to tie things up in the bottom of the third.
Now batting, number 2, Blake Kerrigan.
Still only one out. We got runners on the corners for Blake Kerrigan, the center fielder. First pitch Kerrigan sees is hit well to left center. It's hit really well to left center. It's a 3-run home run for Blake Kerrigan. of the bat. And that one sent into the neighborhood beyond center field. I got to tell you, folks, not a lot of balls go out center field at the Dave, but that one was a sure thing.
Now batting, number 13, Gavin Joyner.
Great piece of hitting out of Kerrigan, and his third home run now in the series against Anderson. Clears the bases and gives the Tigers a 3-run advantage. Boy, is that kid good. 1-1 now to the designated hitter, Gavin Joyner. If I had instant replay, I'd be going back to that one. Man, that was good. Joyner hit well to left center, just a little bit shorter. Left fielder's under it and will make the catch. Second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 5, Rylan Litchfield.
Brings up third baseman, sporting number 5, Rylan Litchfield. Regardless, Tigers have achieved their goal here in the bottom of the third to not only tie but go ahead. Litchfield bunts, throws over to first, and the runner is safe. Litchfield beat that out. It'll be an infield hit for him.
Now batting, number 8, Luke Zicka.
Brings up the catcher, Luke Zicka. He digs in with Litchfield on first. Throwbridge comes set and throws over to first. Litchfield's back in time. Somebody went to center field to look for the home run ball, and folks, he's not going to find it. It's gone. That ball no longer exists. Zicka fouls that one back. It hits the pole. Pole ball. They're loud. 0-1 now to Zicka. And 1 pitch. Ball outside, and they let Litchfield go on what I would score a defensive indifference. So now 1-1, runner in scoring position for the catcher Luke Zicka. Ball outside, 2-1. This one popped to center field. Center fielder's under it, and he'll make the catch. That'll end the inning. Tigers go ahead on the 3-run blast from Blake Kerrigan as they now lead the Raptors 4-1. We'll be back for their offering in the top of the 4th right after this break on the Tigers Broadcast Network.
batting, number 25, Glenn.
Sorry, I was having a conversation. It's 2-1 now to the lefty. I think Carson Glenn. 3-1 now to him. This one's popped over to right field. Bardachari grabs it, and the plate umpire has the catch. Plate umpire has the catch. Be the first out of the inning. That's one case where the official was conversing with Drew Earther, and he was asking why the first base umpire hadn't made that call. But in two-man mechanics, it's the call of the home plate umpire to make catch-no-catch decisions regardless of where the ball lands in the outfield. It's a little quirk of two-man mechanics. So if you have qualms about that at home, that is correct. So it's 2-0 here to number 8. This is ripped fair down the third base line. Might be good for extra bases. He's going for him. Hatfield throws. Throw was a little bit right, unable to grab the runner, but he might have been there anyways. It's a stand-up double for Tyler Irwin.
Now batting, number 13,
Here's Henry B. He digs in with one in scoring position. And if you can see any white smoke coming across the camera, it's not low clouds, it's not fog. That is pure burger smoke. And folks, let me tell you, it smells real good. Especially if you're talking up a storm and are pretty hungry. You're looking forward to that post-game hamburger. Right around this time in the fourth, they got the grill on full blast, and they are just grilling. This one's popped up in foul territory. No one's able to make a play on it. Lou dives at it like Superman. Points for creativity and funness, but he didn't quite catch the ball. 1-1 now to B. Now back for the 1-1. Miller decides to engage the rubber. And here we go. Curveball placed pretty well. 2-1. Actually, Jerry, I disagree with you. I think that pitch has been a ball all game. Well, I thought we disagreed. Anyways, pop fly to right field. Bardachari's under it, makes the jumping catch, and throws into second. It will keep Glenn a bay.
now batting, number 18,
And Stidham tried to pull the old hidden ball trick, but Glenn stayed on second. It only works if the runner goes off the base. 2 outs now. Number 18, Cooper. No, that's not right. I think this is TJ Beatty. Oh, Tyler Rank pops this one over no short field. Stidham makes an athletic try at it, but that was out in no man's land. It'll be an RBI single for Tyler Rank. To see, hopefully Stidham's okay. He took a little tumble. Made a really phenomenal effort on that ball, just unable to grab it. This is TJ Beatty. No, it's Tyler Irwin. So a runner on first, and Anderson gains one. It's now 4-2. Tigers still have a lead. First pitch Irwin sees was on the very outside corner of the plate, called for strike one. It's popped over to center field. Kerrigan had to run in on it. It was short. And that'll be a single for Irwin. And the runner moves over to third. It'll be runners on the corners with 2 outs. Might be a good time to slow the momentum for Anderson. They've gained quite a bit of it as TJ Beatty walks up to the plate. 2 outs, runners on the corners. TJ Beatty up to bat. And the pitch. Hit over to the third baseman, Rylan Litchfield. Makes the play over to first, and he'll be retired. Anderson manages to score one there. Tigers still have the lead, though, and it's their time to go hit. We'll be back for that here in just a moment on the Tigers Broadcast Network. Owen Liu up to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. You may have heard me cackling like the Wicked Witch, and that's because JV's about to tie up their game 24-25. No, it's not basketball, it's not football, it's a baseball game. 24-25. I absolutely cannot wait to see the amount of errors and fielding errors and overthrows and overruns and wild pitches and passed balls that are going to be in that box score. It is going to be positively beautiful. The 2-0 now to Owen Liu. Ball low. It's 3-0. I will pull it up on my iPad. Okay. It is tied. The JV baseball game is tied 25-25. With runners on the corners and 1 out, but what does that mean at this point? Called strike to Lou. He threw his bat away, and he'll have to go retrieve it. I have 3-2. Now the 3-2 count to Owen Liu. fouls that one out of play. And he'll try again. Strike three for Owen Wu. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 10, Luke Bardachari.
Now the right fielder up to bat, Luke Bardachari. Looking to get things started here in the bottom of the fourth. I followed Loveland High School JV baseball for 3 years, my freshman through junior year, and I never saw a 25-25 game. Usually in baseball, when we get to the 20s, it's quite lopsided. But the fact that everybody breached the 20 threshold is incredible. That truly is something. And I'm very much enjoying the game I'm watching now. But boy, it would be fun to have a camera on a 25-25 baseball game. Good grace. So it's 2-1 now to Bardachari. Called strike there, evens the count at 2. The 2-2, inside and low. So I've been told the JV team was actually moments away from run ruling the Anderson team, and they have rallied. It is a game that is being continued on. Bardachari draws the walk, gives the Tigers a base runner. But the Tigers were moments away from a win by run rule. And a new day, new outlook, and things are tied up at 25. Here's Blake Hatfield. He's got Bardachari on first, 1 out, looking to make something happen. Hits this one to right field, popped up, right fielder's under it, and Bardachari will stay on first. It's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 6, Brady Stidham.
Brady Stidham now up to the plate. We have yet another addition to the box. It's the one and only Mr. Scott Carr joins us. I don't know if he's going to actually do anything or just up here to say hi, but we're grateful to have him throw over to first, and it's not in time. This is, of course, the JV game that's tied 25-25. Ball on the outside. First pitch to Stidham makes it 1-0. Pitch. This is ripped through the left field gap. Runners on first and second. It's a single for Brady Stidham.
Now batting, number 14, Drew Arthur.
Drew Arthur's up to bat. Joey wastes no time in asking Drew Arthur for a home run, but we'll have to wait for that. It looks like Anderson might make a personnel change. Joey is focused on the big picture, and the big picture only. How do we score? Home run, that's how we score. Small ball, those are 2 words not in Joey's vocabulary. I'm okay with a little sacrifice bunt. Joey, no. He needs a home run, not over the fence, into the atmosphere. It can't just be a normal home run. It has to be... score update in the JV game. Loveland is now at 26. Oh, they won! Final score in Anderson of Wednesday night's game that's finishing now is 26-25. And if I didn't tell you they stopped, you'd believe me that they kept playing through 2 days. 25-26 your final in Anderson, and they're ready to do one more.
which they'll probably have to stop early because of sunlight, and we'll have to do the whole thing over again. Let's go back to the game we're watching now. Drew Earther's at the plate, got runners on first and second, 2 away. The first pitch to him is inside and will be ball 1. Oh my. What a good night to be a JV parent in the Loveland organization. Joey noted something very important. How can anyone be happy winning and letting up 25 runs? It's a valid question. It's a very valid question. 2-1 now to Earther. He's got enough speed on the bases that a single could really do something here. I have 2-1. Joey has successfully made his first mistake of the year, and well, exactly, he's talking away, just like me, except it's not his job, and we'll add an error to the tick box. This thing was smacked vertically, I mean vertically, and it didn't catch enough wind to go over the fence. Through the third out of the inning, Tigers won't score any, but surely okay. We'll be back for the top of the 5th after a short break.
Now pitching for the Tigers, number 9, Zachary Chevalier.
Hudson Best, is that right? Yeah, we'll go with it. Hudson Best up for Anderson. Start things in the top of the 5th. Tigers have a new pitcher on the bump. It's Zachary Chevalier. His first offering will miss the plate just outside, truly just outside. And it'll be 1-0 to Best. Best looks like a slap bunt, really slow. The grass slowed it down. It's going to be an infield hit for Hudson Best. Braden Moore, the shortstop, digs in. Shows bunt for half a second, takes it back. Throw back over to first, not in time. It was close. Ball 1. Joey's working on his second mistake. Ball high, Zika thinks about throwing over. Doesn't. 2-0 now. else would they be, Joey? Shows bunt once again. Tie. It's 3-0 now to Braden Moore. And as Joey was saying earlier, a double from Wyatt Langford in Texas will tie the Reds game at 3. So when Joey said they're going to find a way to lose it, they're actively trying. To walk there for Braden Moore, 4-pitch walk, gives runners on first and second for the Raptors. Brings up Roselio for the Raptors in this infield fly situation. He shows bunt, takes it back, it's a ball. It's 5 straight in a row here for Chevalier. Brady Stidham takes a moment. He's going to speak with Chevalier. And it's being charged as defensive timeout. I think it's just a good chance to let Chevalier relax a little bit. Sometimes it takes a while to find the zone, especially at that first home outing with all the folks in the stands. Just give Chevalier a little bit of time to acclimate himself. He's ready to go. Fires. Ball 2. Roselio again showing bunt. Looks like Anderson really pushing small ball here. Shows bunt, but that one was right down the middle, called strike. 2-1 now to Roselio. Corners, actually only Earther at first. Bunt shown, gets down the third base side. Throw over to first, they will retire him over there. Get one out of it. But the runners will move. Second and third for Carson Glenn. It's Carson Glenn, there's one out. Runners on second and third. Corners are playing in for the play at the plate. First pitch is a dime. It's called strike off the outside corner for Chevalier. Oh, 1 now. This one's lined over Litchfield's head. It'll score at least one. The second one coming around. There's going to be a play at the plate. He's called safe. It was awfully close, but I do think there's a chance he got under it. It's an RBI double for Carson Glenn. Time's called. Tigers manager Ryan Terry will come to the mound. That'll be the end of Chevalier's night, and he will bring, I'm not sure yet, Nathan Ryan out to pitch for the Tigers, and we'll give him some time to get warmed up here. Well, a mid-inning pitching change here for the Tigers. Nathan Ryan will take Zachary Chevalier's spot. He will inherit one out, but also a runner, and Carson Glenn on second. Now up to the plate, number 23, Gunnar Reagan. Takes his first pitch outside. Things are tied up here now at 4. Going to need some impenetrable defense from the Tigers. Called strike to Reagan. This one's hit soft to the third baseman Litchfield. Eyes the runner, throws over to first. They get the out there. Runner will advance over, but they get the more important part, which is the out at first. Gets 2 down now in the inning, and number 13 up for Anderson. Henry B. now up to the plate. Joey raised an interesting point. He said, well, why didn't Drew throw back over to third to try and get the runner there? Simple answer is we can't afford to lose another run. And the risk to reward ratio is not strong enough, or at least not yet. We'd rather try and get this gentleman here first. Zika with an incredible block will keep Glenn at bay at third. Now 1-1. Really close pitch there, and brings it now to 2-1. Pitch. Stidham's got to make an athletic play to make it work. Arthur with the strike, take it, yeah! Stidham had to reach over backwards to field it, then chucks it over the field. Arthur had to do the same thing. An incredibly athletic play from Brady Stidham and Drew Arthur. We'll be back here for the bottom of the 5th in just a second on the Tigers broadcast network. Now we're back for the bottom of the 5. Tigers need some offense. And they'll start off with a real stinking good candidate for it in the center fielder, Blake Kerrigan. Personnel change on the mound as well for Anderson. They bring in righty Colin Evans. Hit to the third baseman, grounded, and fielded cleanly. Kerrigan's retired at first. It'll be the first out of the inning. That's close.
Now batting, number 13, Gavin Joyner.
Trying to get things started here is the designated hitter, Gavin Joyner. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Good pitch there, in for a called strike. Make it 1-1. Big swing, but he got a little bit of it. It's 1-2 now. Called strike. It'll be the third one and the second out of the inning for the Tigers.
Now batting, number 5, Ryland Litchfield.
Now batting for the Tigers is the third baseman, Ryland Litchfield. Whips this one down the line, foul. Strike one. Tigers now running out of time to get the offense going. And Anderson's gotten hot at us of late. They've scored the last 2 half innings. It's now 0-2 here to Litchfield. One's low, counts 1-2. Joey, the count's 1-2. Time call. Litchfield takes a second to reorient himself. Ball up and out. Anderson's chirping pretty good, although I don't think that's the pitch to chirp over. I may be mistaken. The 2-2, and he'll go down swinging. Tigers go down 1-2-3. We'll be back for the Raptors offering in the top of the 6th after a short break on the Tigers Broadcast Network. For the top of the 6th here at the Dave. Nathan Ryan still pitching. And he faces off against 18 Tyler Rank, who had the first RBI, well, the second RBI of the day back in the 4th inning. One and one now to Rank. Swung on and missed. Got him on the off speed. 1-2. Ryan now with the advantage. This is a critical inning of defense for the Tigers. Close pitch on the outside corner. Good spot for a 1-2 pitch regardless of the call. It'd be 2-2. Swung on and missed. Ball hit the ground. And they'll get him first. Now we have number 8, Tyler Irwin. Yeah, I was right. All right. Look at that, folks. I'm operating like I should be. Strength out the first one away. Takes the second one for a ball. 1-1 to him. Phenomenal pitch on the inside. Grabs the inside of that plate. In there for a called strike. Fouled away. It's 1-2. One hit between the third and shortstop. Be a single. 24 is TJ Beatty is up to bat for the Raptors. TJB. And they're calling time. Looks like we will have a little pinch hit situation. Number 17, I think. Yeah, steps in for the Raptors. And his name, it's on the tip of my tongue, is Maddox Hughes. Hughes will dig in from the left side of the plate. He's got one out and a runner on first. And Joey, being the Joey that he is calling for a double play. Says a double play is in order. Joey is pulling some shenanigans up here. It's a good thing he's just about to fall asleep because I'm frankly tired of listening to him talk. And if anybody else up here is, they're not wrong, but they don't have a choice. Shows bunt. Zika throws over to first, but he goes, and he'll end up on second. It's a great idea from Zika, but the throw is in just the right spot to throw Earther off balance. Nothing he can really do about that. He's anticipating a tag back at first. Pretty heads-up base running out of Beatty to take off. Or, sorry. Irwin, thank you. He takes off to second. Just wait, Joey. I don't know. Ball outside, and we're going to get what the first pitch was. We have 1-1. You were correct. 1-1. Fouled away. Moved my camera angle. It's actually better now. If only he'd done that earlier, we would have been able to see the RLI play. Oh well, 1-2 now to Hughes. That one's fouled. Try once again. One on in, miss. Hughes goes down on strikes, and it'll be the second out of the inning. Back already to the top of the order. This is Hudson Best. Best is 3 for 3 today. I didn't memorize that. I just heard Mr. Joyner say it, so I repeated it. First pitch to Best. In there for a called strike. Great pitch. Up and out. To Best. Tyler Stevenson, 2-run home run in the top of the ninth. Reds now lead the Rangers 5-3. How about that? Pretty good stuff down in Texas. Fly ball to left field. Hatfield's tracking, and he makes the leaping catch to end the Nathan
Ryan, very efficient, getting out in only 11 pitches. Time for the Tigers to go to bat. We'll have that here in just a moment on the Tigers Broadcast Network. All right, folks, we're back for the bottom of 6. Luke Zicka leads things off.
Now batting.
Tigers desperately need a run.
Zicka.
This one's a fly ball to center field. Center fielder's under it, and he'll make the catch. Be the first out of the inning, and it brings up the second baseman, Owen Liu.
Now batting. Number 3, Owen Liu.
Called strike to Liu. Ball low, 1-1. Takes the third pitch. It was high. 2-1 here to Owen Liu. Needing to get some stuff started for the Tigers. Watch a strike 2 evens it out. The 2-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Second baseman's on it. Misplays it, and the Tigers are going to have a base runner. Owen Liu reaches on the air from second baseman. I can't remember his name. And Tigers get a base runner.
Number 10, Luke Varadachari.
Now up, Luke Varadachari. Looking to move Liu around to home for the go-ahead. Tigers only have 5 outs to make something happen. And that's with perfect defense. It's a bunt that's popped up, the catcher's under it, and it'll be the second out of the inning. Heads up play from the catcher, Beatty. Sometimes a bunt pop-up like that can be difficult to get to, but he got that mask off right away and got himself under it to get the second out. That's really good defense. Aggressive lead from Liu. And I don't call what we had on the pitch. 1-0 now to Hatfield. Throw back to first. Liu is in safely. Hatfield. Fly to left field. Left fielder's under it. It was deep. He makes the catch. And that'll be the third out. Tigers come up empty in the bottom of the 6th. Time to go to the 7th. Here on the Tigers Broadcast Network.
See my picture, baby? I don't know if you sent it. Did you send it to me too? I did not send it to you. No, I'm not talking about
The top of the 7th. First up here for the Raptors is number 5, Braden Moore.
Now batting number 5, Braden Moore.
Ryan fires, fouls the first offering away. It's 0-1. Joey wasn't even talking this time. He just flat out was ignoring the game. Joey has reached a plateau in his performance. Oh, okay. Never mind. Fly to right field. It'll be a line out to Luke Varda-Jari. And the first out of the inning. Brings up number 4 for Anderson, Roselio. I think he's been on at least once today. Takes ball 1 in the dirt. Called strike now, counts 1-1. Joey's performance is really suffering now. One text from his mother and it all goes down the drain. This one's lined over Earther's head, can't get to it. It'll be a single for Roselio. And this brings up Carson Glenn. Glenn had the tying double, 2 RBI double in the top of the 5th. It's a really good piece of hitting. Was able to grab a fastball left right over the plate and really did well with it. He's got 1 runner on right now. Bryant throws over to first, unable to retire Roselio. First strike, first pitch to Glenn is a ball. And Joey finally managed to get the pitch at the right time. He said he's, quote, back, end quote. The 1-0 fouled away, 1-1. And Joey was right on it. No sooner that ball hit the fence, strike was illuminated upon the scoreboard. Go figure what we can do when we're not on our phones. Now I sound like a school teacher. The 1-1 back is up. 2-1 now to the batter, whose name is Glenn. I forgot halfway through. I had to remember. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Evens the count at 2. Temperature's gone down. The sun went away. We got a higher layer of overcast clouds, which is cooling things off. Quite nice. Throw back to first. It's this one. You'll think about to move it here. It doesn't have the reach. Tigers. Owen Liu grabs it, throw over to first, and he'll take the easy out. Some folks would say maybe try and get the lead runner or make, I don't know, more of an attempt for that. But I'd say we need that out. And that was some really good heads-up defense out of Owen Liu to make sure we get that out there. Runner on second. Swung on and missed by number 23. I believe this is Hughes. No, it's Gunnar Reagan. Good thing I didn't give that information, Mr. Joyner. The 0-1 to Reagan quickly turns into the 0-2. To pitch to Hunter Reagan. Swung on and missed. Ryan piles the side. And it's time for the Tigers to get to work in the bottom of the seventh. They have a chance to end this thing, although they last scored in the third. It's going to be time to get out the Ouija board and tell the bats to get to work. From the Tigers Broadcast Network, we'll have it here.
Like 5 minutes on the highway. I must have started, I was getting out of it. It wasn't anything crazy. Back early.
Now batting, number 6, Brady Stidham.
Well, folks, just to show all the marbles here, it's the bottom of the seventh. Things are tied up. Tigers looking for a run to end this thing. Brady Stidham is the first chance set through the plate. And he takes ball one from Colin Evans. Second pitch was low, now 2-0. Called strike. Now 2-1. Joe's having a communication issue with his mother. As Stidham fouls that one away. Oh, and Joey's back to his old antics, asking for a walk-off home run. I'm not saying it's not. Stidham keeps himself alive, 2-2. Joey just mentioned he was a good kicker for us. He was, in fact, so good he's going to Miami and getting paid to do it. That's how you really know someone's good at something. They're on scholarship for it. Stidham's worked the full count. We'll see what he does with it. Keeps it high and draws the walk. Tigers have a base runner. It's the bottom of the seventh, and it's for Drew Arthur.
Now batting, number 14,
Drew Arthur up to bat. That's good for first. Coach Terry's going to take a moment with him down the third base line just to talk things over. But I can tell you the game plan is score a run. And I'm going to guess what Coach Terry said is, we don't need a nuke here. We don't need an out.
Joey humbly disagrees. I think we have a different view on the game. They throw back over to Stidham. Wasn't even close. I would have been able to get back to stand it. Although, granted, when I played, I couldn't really take a lead, or my coach would go out there and fish me back, because everyone knew what was going to happen. This one catches the inside of the bat. It's slow, though. Bobbled by the second baseman. The second bobble of the night from him. And that's likely going to be scored as another error on Anderson, and it'll give them 2 base runners.
Now batting, number 2, Blake Harrigan.
Right man, right spot. Let's go.
And a little bit of pinch running action. Joe Arthur's got speed, but, well, whoever number 28 is has more. Grayson Wagner has more speed than Drew Arthur. Thank you, Mr. Shotmiller, for the input, or rather, Coach Shotmiller, I guess, for the input. Grayson Wagner now on first for the Tigers. He's led by Brady Stidham on second. And the big man, Blake Kerrigan, up to the bat. Tigers looking just for one to put him over. Anderson here at the Dave. First pitch to Kerrigan. The ball outside. And you can tell he wanted to swing at it, but he held off. Good play. This is a difficult situation for everybody out on the field. Everybody's nervous because everybody knows what's at stake. The 1-0 pitch. It's called strike. It was up and in. Good 1-0 pitch out of Evans. No outs, Joey. Hit hard foul. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Inside. Evens things up at 2. Two pitch. He's grabbing for it, and they're not going to attempt to play at third or second. It's an infield hit for Blake Kerrigan. He beat the runner, or he beat the throw.
Now batting, number 13, Gavin Joyner.
My apologies for anybody at home. That was an atrocious call for what just happened. Blake Kerrigan beat out an infield hit. Loads the bases up for Gavin Joyner. Takes ball 1. The go-ahead run is on third. And Mr. Joyner's going to bite his fingers off. This is the moment every parent dreads. This exact moment right now. Fouls this one out of play with all the power of Zeus that he holds. Just needs to channel it out into the field. Joey, be quiet. Joey, those are not the things that need to be said right now. One and one to Joyner. Evans fires. Ball on the corner of the plate. It was close, but a good eye from Joyner. Two one pitch. It's going to be an RBI single for Joyner, and it's going to put the Tigers ahead. Walk-off single for Gavin Joyner, and the Tigers take this one 5-4 at the Dave. Quite the duck pile over near first.
sure you can see it on the camera. They dig Joyner out just so they can beat him up a little bit more again. Final and 7. Tigers 5. Raptors 4. We'll be back with some postgame in just a moment.
Today at Dave Evans Field, your Loveland Tigers 5, Anderson High School 4. Thank you everyone for your participation. Drive home safely.
Do a little game, kind of a recap situation. Final score in 7 here. Tigers 5, Raptors 4. Really a back and forth game. Just similarly to Tuesday night's affair, Anderson scored first. Tigers offense was slow to go and frankly reliant on Blake Kerrigan's 3-run blast at the bottom of the third, which put him ahead by 3. However, some good small ball out of Anderson, got another run in the 4th, and then a 2 RBI double from Carson Glenn out of the Raptors tied it up. Nobody scored in the 6th. Nathan Ryan was able to hold the Tigers in the top of the 7th. And, of course, as you just saw, Gavin Joyner for the go-ahead game-winning RBI to seal things out here. Anderson scores 4 off of 10 hits and 4 errors. Tigers score 5 off of 7 hits and 1 error. Those are, of course, preliminary. There might be another error sprinkled in there for the Tigers. Regardless, pretty decent game out of Loveland. Although I'd say the only thing moving forward, a lot of scoring in the last couple games has been home run dependent. Small ball is probably going to have to pick up. That is the way of high school baseball. Fielding was phenomenal. Drew Earther had quite an incredible stretch over a first to end the 5th inning, which was a critical play. If that had been safe, Anderson would have gone ahead by a run. Phenomenal play from both Stidham and Earther in that regards. You can't mention this game without, of course, the 3-run blast in the bottom of the 3rd from Blake Kerrigan. Phenomenal hit. You don't see many baseballs leave the Dave out of left center, but Kerrigan's the man to do it. And even if the wind hadn't been blowing out, I think that pretty well certain would have been a home run. And the big play of the game, the one we'll remember this one for, of course, is the RBI single that puts us ahead at the end from Gavin Joyner. Line drive right up the middle, phenomenal piece of hitting. Yeah, he is. Squared it up and gave the Tigers the win. Really good performance here for us, a game to be proud of. Definitely some things, though, to go back and work on for Monday's game, I believe, against Little Miami. I will be here for that. But all I have to say, this has been a Good Friday. It is Good Friday. And it is Easter weekend. Go be with your family. Enjoy some time with each other, even if you don't celebrate Easter. Relax. Be nice to each other. And have a great night. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you Monday. And this has been the Tigers Broadcast Network. So long.